Yo, and welcome to another episode for your Monday Night Raw review. It is December 14th, 2020. This was the go home show for TLC. And yes, you heard correctly. Randy Orton set Bray Wyatt on fire, and this caused the Fiend to attack. So, what actually happened? Well, it was advertised that the Fiend and his Firefly Funhouse pals were gonna take a field trip. And essentially, Bray Wyatt was in the ring cutting a promo, and he was being corny and shit, whatever jokes. And still no Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss did not appear on the show. I don't know what the fuck happened to Alexa Bliss. But so he's doing that, and then Randy Orton appears on the show on the Titantron, and then he essentially says, "All right, let's play a game of hide and seek," and he plays the game of hide and seek. So like couple of segments, Bray Wyatt was looking for Randy Orton, and essentially he was walking the halls and looking for Randy Orton, and he runs into Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle does his shit, and Matt Riddle is like talking about his bro nuts and pronouns and shit. It's so corny and shit. And so Bray leaves. And then you had later on, R-Truth is backstage talking. This R-Truth is funny, for somewhat, but get rid of the 24/7 championship. So R-Truth is backstage, and he's talking about, despite PS5 being sold out, he was able to get a PlayStation 6. That was pretty funny. He was talking to Huskus, and he was like, "Bray Wyatt, is this your son? Listen to your dad," and shit like that. And so they play hide and seek. And then so Bray Wyatt is wandering, and he looks for Randy Orton in a room, and he sees a rocking chair. Bray Wyatt sits in the rocking chair, and Randy Orton beats him up from behind. He puts him in this box crate. He pours the gasoline, and then he sets the trunk on fire. And Randy Orton's like, "Yeah, I did it." And then the Fiend pops out and beats up Randy Orton and just lays him out. So I'm not sure if this is for TLC, this match, but that was essentially that. And then God, man, the show started off with The Miz and the Dirt Sheet. So he was reading a night bedtime story about TLC, what's gonna happen at TLC with AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre. It was dark, and then you had The Miz in a chair. He was reading it, and he's like, AJ Styles appears out of the blue. Then it's Drew McIntyre, and then they did the thing with AJ Styles' bodyguard, but he was like, "Nah, he's not in the story, fuck that." And the lights go back out, and then he's like, "Drew McIntyre," and then it's John Morrison doing the Drew McIntyre shit. And then they reenact what's gonna happen at TLC. Then, essentially, Sheamus comes out, and he's getting ready for AJ Styles versus Sheamus. AJ Styles gets I think he gets the W, and then he beats the hell out of Sheamus. He hangs him upside down. Well, AJ Styles' bodyguard hangs him upside down, and he beats him with a chair shot. People are saying Sheamus got hit in the dick. So that was pretty funny. Then there's a footage of the Hurt Business, like they're just bullying this backstage crew for wearing Matt Riddle merch and eating the bro nuts. And Bobby Lashley just throws milk on him, and then the interviewer's like, "MVP, ready for your match with Matt Riddle tonight?" And that's that. Jeff Hardy and Matt Riddle are hanging out backstage. Matt Hardy rolls up, and then you're getting ready for the Hurt Business, Shawn Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, Cedric Alexander versus Jeff Hardy and the New Day. And essentially, there was tension between Cedric Alexander and the Hurt Business, and I think Cedric Alexander stole the win, and they didn't like that. So they won by submission. Asuka and Lana are hanging out, and Asuka is preparing Lana. Lana steals the win, which who gives a shit? It's either Nia Jax or Lana. Lana's better, I guess. Nia Jax is just unsafe, and who really gives a shit? Nobody gave a shit about this match. And then after the match, Shayna and Nia Jax beat the holy shit out of Lana because Shayna beat up Asuka backstage, and they just tortured her, and it was brutal. And so Asuka made the save, and then that was it. Then Alliance was in the ring with Jaxon Ryker. If you remember him, what happened with him? He's no longer with the Forgotten Sons. And so they were interrupted by R-Truth and the 24/7 championship bullshit. And that was Miz and John Morrison are hanging out backstage, and they're talking. And Miz says he thinks AJ Styles is trying to get on his good side, and blah, 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 blah. Keith Lee rolls up, he says he's got an idea, brought a coin, and offers a toss. They both call heads, and Keith Lee's like, you both won, but that's the only thing you're going to win. Keith Lee versus Miz and John Morrison. This is how you book yourself in the corner, because both need the win, because the Miz is Money in the Bank, and if he's going to win the title, he's got to start being built up again. And then Keith Lee has obvious reasons. I don't know what the fuck happened. The Miz and Morrison, they both pinned Keith Lee. Double pin. That's essentially that. I don't know. People are saying he got buried and shit, but yeah, I don't blame him. So it's Mace, a.k.a. Dio Madden, versus Ricochet. And I guess Vince wants to see him wrestle again after the training. So Mace versus Ricochet. Mace gets the win. And post-match, there's Mustafa Ali's like, this ends on my term, and that's when you join Retribution. So Mustafa Ali and them, they're trying to get Ricochet to join Retribution. And that's essentially how it is. They beat him up. Shayna Baszler is backstage making her entrance. So it's Dana Brooke versus Shayna Baszler. Nia Jax gets Shayna Baszler disqualified, which is crazy. Then Mandy Rose makes a save with a kendo stick. It gets beaten down. Then Asuka makes the save. And so, then they overwhelm them. So I guess Mandy Rose is getting her revenge back. Matt Riddle versus MVP. Matt Riddle absolutely squashed MVP. And so that was that. And then you're getting ready for Matt Riddle versus Bobby Lashley. Then you had AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre. You had the main event, the last thing. This was to send the title for TLC this Sunday. Styles and Drew McIntyre. They were both cutting promos, this and that. And then you had AJ Styles like, but what if you're not facing just me? And then Miz and Morrison, they attack Drew McIntyre. It looks like they're gonna be helping AJ Styles win. That's not gonna look good because we're expecting Drew McIntyre to win. And if you want AJ Styles to look good in defeat, I mean, if it's 3-on-1 and then he's still gonna lose, that doesn't look good for AJ Styles. He looks like a bitch that he can't fucking win it with 3 people and his bodyguard. So they beat each other up. AJ Styles gets like the upper hand. And I think he puts like Drew McIntyre through a table, and then the show goes off the air. So that was essentially it, guys. If you enjoyed what we saw in this video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We just hit 600 subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing, guys. Thank you for all your support. And leave that thumbs up, turn the notification bell on, and I'll see you guys for the next